And joining the studio now are two folks I want to introduce you to. The first one, of course, is Mr. Greg Lambrecht. He's the CEO of Singlepoint Incorporated. Greg, always good to see you.
Well, glad to be back, Don.
And Nicole Fox, you are the founder of something called Aeon Cannabis Wellness.
Yes.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, Greg, I understand that you've got some kind of arrangement. Nicole, why don't you tell us about it?
Well, yeah, we're very excited to have Nicole kind of come aboard with Singlepoint. We met at the Cannabis show, and of course the LA market's so big, so we would like her to bring deal flow here and introduce us to dispensaries and manufacturers, other type of cannabis businesses that we can invest in. She actually has her own company that we're looking to invest in, and maybe most importantly, as we start to get our Bitcoin cryptocurrency program out to dispensaries, she can really help us do that because she knows the LA market. So we're happy to have her aboard.
Yeah.
Well, doing a little bit of research about you, Nicole, I can basically say you are the guru of the cannabis industry in the Los Angeles area, which, congratulations, that's quite a title to have. But tell us about the overall cannabis industry in Los Angeles. I know it's getting ready to become ultra huge.
It is. It is. It's going to be the sixth largest. It's going to be the largest cannabis market in the world. Sorry, it's going to be the largest cannabis market, and I've been around for 17 years in it, and really seen it grow from just a handful of dispensaries to over 1,000 that the city is going to be regulating down to around 500, and now we're going to be starting to license the cultivators, the people that are actually growing and producing the product, and really bringing the industry together in early 2018.
Of course, governments are loving this because they're seeing nothing but revenue, revenue, revenue. Now, with the dispensaries that you have contacts with, I'm sure they're concerned about one glaring problem, that right now it's an all-cash business. And they can't use banks, they can't use credit cards. And so with a company like Singlepoint coming in with a cryptocurrency payment system, that has to be attractive to the people you know in the dispensary business.
Yes, definitely. The all cash is a problem. It's a security risk. It's just a problem to how do you get it. Most of us don't have bank accounts because that's a secondary issue, but what to do with all of the cash is a big issue that's being worked on a lot of angles. And I like what Singlepoint is offering for that. It's very interesting.
Well, a lot of people forget the fact that even though marijuana is legal both either medically or recreationally in several states, more states now where it's not illegal, but federally, it's still illegal, which usurps the ability to use banks. And tell us about your payment system, Greg, because I think this is just a remarkable aspect to your company.
Well, actually even going back 2.5 years ago, we were actually putting point-of-sale terminals in dispensaries in Washington and Colorado. We had 500 accounts and we were doing very well. The banks shut that down, and at that time, we started talking about Bitcoin. But the problem back then is nobody knew about Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin's going through the roof. Everybody's talking about it. So we're really excited to start our program. And one thing that we're going to do a little bit differently is we're going to get the consumer adoption first. So think about the Starbucks wallet where you have $50 worth of Starbucks on your phone, and you walk into Starbucks and you use your wallet to go ahead and buy a latte. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get everybody to download our Bitcoin cryptocurrency on their phone, and then we're going to go to the dispensaries and say, this is why you need to accept it.
So the dispensary no longer has that problem of having to hoard all of this cash, wondering what they're going to do with that cash. They have a big mattress in the back room or a big safe with a 24-hour guard. Because you take a look at these dispensaries now, they've really changed in the last few years.
Definitely.
I mean, they looked like, well, they looked like marijuana places 5 years ago.
Right.
Now they look like banks.
Right, right. The whole look and feel has definitely changed with the infusion of capital that's come in from companies that are beginning to invest in cannabis in LA. But that's just window dressing on the outside. We still have this inside issue of what to do with the cash and getting bank accounts.
Now, you made a very profound statement before we came on the air where you said right now California is already about an $800 million per year market just in medical marijuana. And we're just a few days away, few weeks away from it becoming recreational legal. You said it could escalate to more than $2 billion in LA alone?
That's the estimate for LA. California is going to be a $7 billion market, and they're estimating that Los Angeles and surrounding areas will be $2 billion of that market.
So California will be the biggest market in the world. LA is the biggest city in California.
Right, exactly.
You're in the right place at the right time.
Well, that's exactly one of the reasons that we're bringing Nicole on our team, is that we want to start in LA with our cryptocurrency payment system. So as you know, and I've told investors on the show before, we've spent the last 6 months developing our product. We plan on unveiling it, if you will, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we're going to start in LA because it is the biggest city, and it's going to be the biggest city in cannabis. And you know, that's why Nicole is going to help us with introductions and help us get the product in.
And it's a tremendous innovation, but yet at the same time, it goes back to the roots of the company. You've been a payment company all this time.
That's correct. That's our expertise. So this is just perfect for us, that we can use our expertise in the cryptocurrency to solve the banking problem at the dispensary. So we're really excited about getting this going in the LA area first.
Once again, the company is Singlepoint Incorporated, S-I-N-G, Nicole, Greg, fascinating story. I mean, I'm really looking forward to hearing more and more about this as it develops over the next several weeks. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Don.